2 weeks before my wedding, something happened. It was something I never expected. It was something that broke my heart. My fiancé's mother came to me. She looked serious. She said to me, "The engagement is finished. There will be no wedding." I was shocked. I did not understand. Everything was ready. Everything was fine. Why now? Why so late? I asked her, "Why? Please tell me the reason." She was quiet. She did not want to talk. But I kept asking again and again. Finally, she looked at me and said, "My son said you are not beautiful. He said he cannot marry a woman who is not beautiful." Her words cut me like a knife. I could not believe it. 2 weeks before the wedding, he said I was not beautiful. After all my dreams, after all my work, after all my plans, he ended it with one word: not beautiful. I sat alone. I thought about my father, my family, my friends, my neighbors. What would I tell them? Could I say, "He left me because I'm not beautiful"? I could not. I felt weak. I felt lost. That night, I sat in front of the mirror. I looked at my face for a long time. I studied every part. I searched for proof. Proof that his words were not true. Proof that I was not ugly. But I saw nothing. My eyes had no light. My face had no smile. I felt empty. My heart was heavy. My hope was gone. Tears came. I cried and cried. My pain grew. Anger filled me. I wanted to break the mirror. But then I thought, the mirror is not guilty. Why hurt it? So I hid the mirror in a drawer. I pushed it away. I did not want to see it again. I did not want to see my face again. Days passed. Weeks passed. 3 months passed. During those months, I did not laugh. Even when people laughed around me, I stayed quiet. Inside me, there was no joy. I stopped caring about beauty. I stopped caring about clothes. On special days, I put only a little makeup. I thought, why try? I am not beautiful. Makeup will not help. Nothing will change. Then one day, I received my first university grant. It was not a lot of money, but I was happy. Not for myself, but for my parents. I wanted to buy something for them. They deserved it more than me. I bought 2 small gifts. When I came home, I called, "Mother! Mother!" I ran to her room. I gave her the bags and said, "This is for you, and this is for Father." She looked surprised. She hugged me. She prayed for me. I laughed and said, "You did not open the bags yet. Why thank me?" She smiled and said, "Because you remembered us. That is enough." Her smile touched me. For the first time in months, I smiled back. I felt warm inside. I felt like a child again, running in the house full of joy. At that moment, I understood something. Nothing in the world is more beautiful than my mother's smile. Nothing is more precious than her happiness. I told myself, her joy will be my goal. Her joy will be my life. But my mother also wanted me to marry. She wanted to see me as a bride. She wanted me to have a family. She talked about it many times. Whenever someone came to ask about me, she was excited. But I always said no. Not because they were bad men, but because of my fear. What if he also says I am not beautiful? What if he also leaves me? I could not risk it. I could not hear those words again. It took me months to heal. I could not go through that pain again. One day, my mother said, "If you keep refusing, you will stay alone in this room forever." I thought, if only she knew. My room is safe. My room protects me. The real prison is not these walls. The real prison is inside me. Words can become a prison. Words like ugly, foolish, or useless. People may say, "Don't believe it." But inside, the voice repeats it, again and again. You start to live inside those words. You cannot escape easily. I never told my mother this. She would not understand. So I told her, I will not marry until I finish my studies. Time passed. First year, second year, then the final year. I studied hard. I focused on my future. One rainy day, I went to the post office to collect my last grant. I remembered the first one. I remembered my mother's smile. I felt happy. Soon I would graduate. My parents would be proud. I waited outside. My father said he would pick me up. As I stood there, I noticed a woman near me. She was about my mother's age. She looked kind. She smiled at me, and I smiled back. She asked, "Are you married?" I said no. She nodded and said, "I know a good man. He has a kind heart. He works hard. He lost his parents when he was young. He built his own house with his own hands. He only wants a good wife. A wife who can be his family. I trust him. I see him like a son. And I see you like a daughter." Her words were gentle. Her offer was sweet. But fear returned to me. My heart whispered, "What if he also says you are not beautiful?" Before I could answer, she said, "Look, he is over there. He told me about you. He said you are simple, calm, and natural. He said you are rare." Do you know what he told me? I asked, "What?" She said, "He said, this girl is not only beautiful, she is a rare gem." I was surprised. I asked, "But how does he know me?" She said, "He knows you from the post office. He knows the day you collect your grant. We waited for you every morning this week until you came." Her words echoed in my mind. For the first time, I thought, maybe beauty is not the problem. Maybe real beauty is not in makeup or faces. Maybe it is in the heart. I remembered the words that had hurt me. You are not beautiful. But now I heard new words. You are rare. You are special. In that moment, I felt free. Free from the prison of old words. Free from the chains of doubt. When I came home, I hugged my mother. Tears filled my eyes. She looked at me and said, "Strange, you always said no, and today I see tears of joy." I smiled, but said nothing. Later, I went to my room. I opened the drawer. I took out the mirror. I looked at myself again after 3 years. I saw my face. I saw my smile. I whispered, "These are not tears of joy. These are tears of peace. Peace after pain. Freedom after prison. True freedom is freedom of the heart." And for the first time in years, I felt truly beautiful.
Hope you have enjoyed the reading. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.